Good morning. So this car is a purchase I made by mistake. I'll explain that in a second. And it's actually 1/43rd scale. That's the mistake. And I'm always saying you have to be very careful with different brands. So I mean, even Tyrone of Building the Ultimate Matchbox Collection was showing me some Cooey Road Ragers that he had in 1/87 scale. And there are great many companies like Schuco that do multiple scales, and including Matchbox and Hot Wheels. A lot of them do anywhere from Herpa, Schuco, quite a few. Kyosho do 1/87 scale. Then people jump up to 1/64, and then from 1/64 you have the cars that are 3 inch, or 160, 158 scale, so forth, and then you get up to 143, and I even have two 138th scale models, but I primarily try and stay within 164. But when I had seen the ad for this, I misread it. The brand name in the ad said El Prado. Now, what you're looking at here on the front is a Lamborghini. That's not what's in the box. You know me, I'm not a Lamborghini. But this is the 20th Century Great Cars Collection. And as I said in the ad, I think it said either El Prado or Del Prado. But the actual manufacturer on it is, I had just seen it a minute ago. Yeah, here we go. Is NK Enterprise Inc. And so this was delivered from Hong Kong. It's made in China. It's looks like a Hong Kong brand. And these are the various cars that are in there. I mean, a Renault 4CV, Mercedes 300 SL, Triumph TR3 Roadster, Audi A4, BMW 507, which I have in two scales already, Chevy Corvette, Alfa Romeo Giulietta, VW Beetle, Lamborghini Countach, Renault Alpine, just his MGB car, Ford Mustang, Fiat 500, Citroen DS19, the Princess, Honda NSX, Jaguar E-Type, Mini Cooper, and the Porsche 930. So it was listed as used, but it says used. That means the outer box is obviously opened, but it doesn't look like it was ever taken off, because this is a peel away. So we're going to carefully free this piece. I always say, 90% of my collection comes out. Some of them go back in a resealable package, but this one I don't see any way to reseal, so I'm not going to bother. It'll sit on the plinth, on the base. But let's get this out. So from what I can see through the plastic, it looks pretty good. I mean, 1/43rd scale cars, to my experience, are usually pretty good quality. I can see, this has been on the plinth, on the base for a long time, but the base looks like it's even slightly damaged, so we'll show. So let's see if there's any, you can see the base is cracked, so maybe this won't sit on the base. Ford Mustang, it's got a nice Mustang logo there, the tri-bar and the pony. Let's get this off the base. I don't know if the base will survive. It's just a single screw. I will actually try and put it back on the base because of that cool pony emblem. But if it doesn't survive, it's no big loss. So let's take a look at this. So it's metal body, plastic base. Let's see what it says on the bottom. 1/43rd. It says a 1967 Ford Mustang. Del Prado Collection. let's see if there's a copyright year. I couldn't exactly decipher most of the Chinese on the package. It's got some nicely semi-authentic wheels. It's got the chrome rocker, all the grills and door handles painted, the Ford Mustang. It's got lensed-in headlights and a separate plastic bumper and grille. The hood does not open, which is not a deal breaker. I mean, the deal breaker is the scale. The windshield wipers painted silver. They're molded into the windshield. The interior is all black. So the taillights look to be painted on. The bumper is a separate plastic. Backup lights, gas cap. The Mustang letters are not painted silver. So, I mean, it's not the highest quality. It's not the best 1/43rd scale that I have. But then again, I'm not a huge fan of 1/43rd scale. I actually have a very small collection. But this does bring back a lot of memories. My older brother had a 1966 Mustang in similar red. His was the two-door sedan, the coupe, notchback, not the fastback. If things were not all black, I could probably see a little more detail in there. So this was fairly reasonable. I won it in the auction, and it took so long to get here that I totally forgot about it. You know, as shipping times improve from around the world, there are still some things that get bounced around, and this apparently was one of them. This got bounced around. So this took 2 months to get here, which, you know, seems more like last year than recently. But for the price, it's a fair model. I'm not going to bother grading this brand because it's the only one I have, and it's also 1/43rd scale. So I figured I'd show up some of my other 1/43rd scale Fords. So there is this 1/43rd scale. Now I believe they have it listed here as a 1989 Mustang GT convertible in 1/43rd, and I can't read the brand there. Maybe I'll see it on a larger scale. And this is nice. And of course, I've mentioned before, I had a Mustang LX notchback hardtop in this same deep emerald green. And these are sort of an approximation of the 1991 5-star pony wheels. So they've got a lot of things mixed here. I mean, it's got a two-tone interior, which is pretty cool. Gray and black. And that's actually how the car would have been, I know very well. This is a Mustang GT, so it's got the cheese grater taillight lens covers. These overly chromed wheels, they try and approximate the 5-star pony wheels, the first 16-inch wheels from the factory. It's got painted headlights, not lens. It's got the fog lights, which are yellow, which would not have been factory. It's got a Ford emblem on the front. So that's fairly nice. And you're going to see a theme. In 1/43rd, I'm much more selective than in any other scale. I've shown this beautiful 65 Shelby Cobra 427 SC before when criticizing others that are overscale. So, road signature, 1/43rd. The wheels are, you know, a little over-chromed. The interior is nice enough. It's got a chrome stick shift handle, and it looks like handbrake. It's got a two-tone interior, actually. I'm just noticing gray on the sides with black seats and a black dash. Lens headlights. Looks like lens turn signals. The little bumperettes. The separate plastic side pipes. The back is nicely done. Two-color inserted taillights, or are they painted chrome? Probably painted chrome. But so I've had that one for quite a while. That's a nice one. I can't actually find my favorite 1/43rd, but I have my second favorite 1/43rd, which is this, which is a Mustang Boss 302, and this is a 1970. And we'll take a look at some of the nice details before I show you what brand. So it's got the sport slats and the spoiler. The taillights are painted. The bumper is a plastic separate piece. Nice reproductions of factory rally wheels, raised letter, white letter tires. The hockey stick stripes are done nicely. It's got chrome inserts for the headlights. It's got fog lights or turn signals just below the bumper and the TriStar. It's got molded mirrors. And again, an all black plastic. This is an older model. Now, this is a Matchbox. So, copyright 2000, Mattel Inc., Matchbox. There is some sort of date there. So, this one has a nice plastic chassis, metal body, rubber tires. And then I have a black Mustang, a 65 from Matchbox Dinky that I cannot find. I will look for it, but I couldn't find it for this video. So there we go. A mistaken scale, not something that'll go into my main collection, not my 1/64th collection. It'll sit over to the side here with some of these other larger scale cars. But I figured, we all make mistakes, and this at least is a pleasant one. It's a nice model. So this says 67, and this is an 89, and this is a 70. So there we go. A relatively short video from me. 143rd Del Prado Collection Mustang. So I may make another video today. We'll see how the day goes. Have a great day. Like, share, subscribe, comment down below, and I will talk to you later.